Jalen Brunson, who needed to be in the game with a few minutes left and the Knicks up 10, gets hurt going into drive, twists his ankle, the outside part of the ankle. Now, the good news is he did say, I'm okay, and he gets up but comes off the court, of course, because, he's the bleeping franchise, and we're now waiting with bated breath for word on Jalen Brunson's right ankle.
Well, Knicks fans are waited with bated breath. As NBA fans
are waited.
We're kind of watching, and observing the league as a whole. But for you, certainly it is a frustration.
No. Dude, NBA fans are saying, hey, wait a minute, the Knicks are title contenders now. Whoa, but they just could lose Jalen Brunson.
Nobody's saying that.
Listen, you know what? You jerks, I'll forget about key in your car. I'm going to show up at your house in the middle of the night, and I'm going to knock you guys out with some kind of sodium pentothal. Oh, that makes you tell the truth. Whatever they put they used to do that in the 80s in TV. They put the rags over people, and I'm going to take out your right ankle.
Me?
I'm going to take out your right ankle, and I'm going to put it on ice and send it to Jalen Brunson, and you're going to get Jalen Brunson's ankle.
How
about that? Both of you. Because just in case one of your ankles isn't good enough, I'm going to need the other one as a backup. So you too, Tyson, I'm taking yours too, just by general principle.
Well, we'll have medical tests conducted, and then I will get some percentage of every dollar he ever earns with that leg again.
You'll get nothing.
The other thing is you'd actually have to leave your house to make that happen.
You'll get
you can barely move your neck.
Nothing. You'll get absolutely nothing.
That means you're doing a full conspiracy problem to commit a felony on us now because you're going to have to involve other people because you can't lift your head.
I will steroid my way up to be able to do that. I don't care. I mean, I got to make this happen for Jalen Brunson.
I don't wish ill on anybody, but the reality is nobody's waiting with bated breath here.
If you have it, really, you don't think this is a big deal? Really?
I've stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Every time Anthony Davis falls on the ground, Anthony Davis! This is a pretty big deal, Jalen Brunson. Hopefully he is okay. I am hoping Jalen Brunson is okay. It looked like potentially he was okay, and maybe he's not. But if not, all of your ankles are up for it, and I'm taking all of them.
Look, what's he going to do? As he leaves the court, he's going to sell everybody, I'm okay. And hopefully this is not a Joel Embiid situation whereby they wait a week and a half to decide whether they want to go in. Obviously Embiid's was complicated by the fact that he did take a hit in that game against the Warriors from Kuminga. Nobody disputes any of that. But he was already injured before that point and missing games. So you probably should have done at least the cursory examinations and checks. I got to think your Knicks, the new look Knicks, the way they operate here in 2024, that maybe they'll treat him like gold and take care of it.
Of course they will. This is not Philadelphia where apparently Dr. Nick Riviera is in charge of things. I mean, come on, man. It's not going to happen.
One would hope.
This is New York. Hey, I always say, hey, if something happens to you, get sick in New York or Los Angeles, or you need surgery, get to best hospitals in the world. That's where you want something to happen. New York or LA. You want to be there. So there, Jalen Brunson, he's getting every single bit of care. I'm sure Walt Frazier is donating his ankle to Jalen Brunson right now just to make sure he's okay.
Now, the thing that bugged me, right? This happens, about 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The game has gotten back to a 10-point game after Brunson had hit a technical foul free throw. That's a game in the NBA. Everybody's saying, hey, it's, why is he in the game and whatever. Like, I saw that start rolling up on social media. I'm like, 10 points is nothing. I mean, that's a minute of action in a fast-paced couple of missed shots, fast breaks, etc. in this day and age in the NBA. Are you kidding me? We watched last night. We watched that Clipper game. It was in the 140s. Nobody played defense. So that happens. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. The guy had to come back in to try to preserve a victory.
And look,
injuries happen.
But here's the point. This is the big takeaway of this, is that the Knicks, again, led this game by 30. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't have enough depth. You need LeBron James like you talked about yesterday.
No, we need Grimes back. We need Anunoby back. We need Randall back. We need some guys. We need some dudes, man. We're playing like 7 guys off the bench, and one of them's Kelly Tripucka. Okay, so we need guys to come back.
That's a good reference.
Not every single game, it's like the guys all have to play heavy minutes. It's like Thibs, dude, it's okay if once in a while, man, you sit the guys, and if they blow a game, they blow you. You're 33-18, man. We're a half game out of second place in the Eastern Conference. Everything is okay. We still have 30 games left.
But I've been telling you this for 6 months. It doesn't. The 33-18 doesn't matter. It's Thibodeau.
No,
it's Thibodeau. You got nothing left in April.
Right, but that's the point, is that now that you realize, hey, we're pretty good, we're going to stay out of the play-in round, which is what you really want. But hey, if the higher seeds if that's there for you, great. But you don't need to be playing every game in January and February like it's the end of the season and we're in the playoffs here. I'm saying it's okay to say, you know what? If we blow this, we deserve it. And it's a learning experience and whatever else it is, because not all the time do you need to continue to kill your guys by saying, look at all these guys now playing 30, 40. I get that some of them have to because they're missing 4 guys. But this is the whole big thing with Tom Thibodeau. You know, it's not like any other team in the NBA. This is where Thibs has to really just loosen up a bit. It's not like any other team in the NBA where if you're missing 3 or 4 guys, then, you know, another 3 or 4 guys are going to play. No, because Thibs has a specific rotation. If these guys are out of it, this just means the guys who are already in it are going to play more. If I have 9 guys I like to play and 3 of them are out, guess what? 6 of them are going to play 35 minutes or more. Like that's not modern NBA. That's yes, there is such a thing as load maintenance and looking out and saying, hey, maybe we don't need to play every single game like it's life and death, because the minutes are going to wear, and you're talking about a long run in the playoffs. And yeah, Brunson's young and the Knicks are young, so it's okay for a while, but sometimes it's just a byproduct of, hey, do we really have to go all the way to the wall every single game? If guys blow a game, guys blow a game, and it happens that way. And it's not like you're fighting for the playoffs. It's not like you're gonna catch the Celtics for the 1 seed, right? So it's okay to have a lesson right there, because that's really the outside of the Knicks peaking too early. That's my one big fear for the Knicks, is that, hey, are we going to go too hard? Are we going to go too hard, too fast, or too early? And suddenly, when April and May comes, it's, oh boy, this Knicks team looks tired. They look lethargic. They're playing a younger, fresher Hawks team who wins their way out of the play-in round, and Trae Young is scoring 35 points a game and winking at everybody in MSG as he wins games. Like that's the worry. I mean, these are good worries to have, but it's still a worry that not every game guys don't have to play that much. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm going to use one of your other takes and analysis about a coach and team and process to drive you nuts here. I mean, it's Belichickian, right? It's do your job. It's not fun. Yeah, winning's fun or whatever, but Thibodeau's not fun. Hey, go play another 40 on a rainy Tuesday night. All right, it's rainy in Southern California.
It's not raining. Just let people know it's not raining on the court. It doesn't rain on the court in the NBA.
Well, you know what? That would explain the ankles. It would explain the ankles. But no, legitimately.
Thibs would still play guys 35 minutes a night if it was raining on the court. If there was black ice on the court and it was raining, he would still play all his guys 35 minutes.
The unmarked landmines and all that stuff. He'd have them on the court. There's no question about it. But that's the thing, right?
You could fall down things like in Super Mario Brothers and fall under the ground. He would still going to play.
Well, the tunnel will pop you right back up as for a free throw line jumper if you do it right. But but it's the idea, the Belichickian ways of, all right, was that fun? No. Were we good? Sure. Did we grind too hard to where maybe towards the end of some of those seasons you didn't get to finish it off? And I'm looking squarely at a couple of those Giants games. Congratulations, Steve Spagnuolo. We'll talk about him more as the week goes on. But just the idea of, with Thibodeau, there is, for many, many years, suddenly getting him to change the coach that he's been and the way he processes each and every of the 82, that suddenly ain't going to change. I mean, who's going to walk into the office and be like, Coach, we need to have the come to Jesus moment now? Because I looked back at those old Bulls films, and I got to say, the guys look like they're really having problems the early part of April. That's where you're headed, buddy.
Jason,
you're headed.
Yeah.
This just in, I got good news for you.
Okay, Frostberg, what do you have?
That's usually not a good sign.
Yeah, it's never good news, that's why.
Mets pitchers and catchers report February 12th.
Yeah, we're good. Hey, I read today, according to all the moves in the offseason, the Mets have a 49% chance to make the playoffs.
Well, that's good.
So they either are going to make it or they're not, basically, is what they're saying.
That's 49% more than the Knicks.